Alright, what's good YouTube? Gentlemen, here back with another video channel, and today we have a SDL Week 5 team builder before the match. Today we the PokemonScarlet are going up against the Boston Cyndaquils, coached by Dillan. It's spelled D-I-L-L-A-N, and I believe it's still pronounced Dillan the same way as D-Y would be. But if not, I'm sorry, I'm not, native to English, so sorry. But yeah, I think it's our first time ever playing against Dillan. Maybe we played once before. I feel like I've seen the name before, so I can't remember if we actually played, or if we maybe just have been in like the same league at some point, but we never played anything. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting matchup. I actually do think we have a slightly advantage in the matchup this time around, which is pretty nice. I don't feel like we've had that for the last couple of weeks, but this time around definitely have the feeling of it. Now, whether I can capitalize on that is completely different, and I guess we might as well talk a little bit about the matchup and what our opponent team is like. So first off, they have Mega Diancie, Slowbro, then Weavile, Dragonite, Savali, Damantan, Donphan, Registeel, Wigglytuff, and Emolga. Now, typically you would say, okay, the 9 first mons can always come, and Emolga is just, there. It's just there. But I actually think Emolga has a semi-decent chance of coming in this matchup specifically, just because a defensive Emolga is pretty decent against Galarian Zapdos, because it does get access to static. It can also take a hit from like a Melmetal and again proc the static. Now it doesn't do a whole lot to Melmetal back, but at the same time it's still an annoying piece to have to deal with. And on the offensive side, of course, Mega Diancie, Weavile, Dragonite, Damantan can always be very, very annoying. Even Swords Dance Savali, I know from my own experience, Savali can actually be a really good offensive piece. But I actually think we have decent coverage for most of their mons. So Weavile, we have Mega Blastoise slash Melmetal. Now, Weavile, if it runs low kick, it will do a lot to Melmetal, but I just feel like we have a good all-around way of getting around some of the mons that our opponent has. Mega Diancie is probably the biggest threat, and we have to make sure we keep Melmetal and Blastoise, which are the two mons we're going to bring today, surprise. That can actually take hits pretty decently for Diancie, so we don't get swept at the end. Other than that, I actually feel like we can kind of deal with it. I don't think Dragonite is too much of a big threat, because it needs to be +2 speed in order to outspeed anything on our team, thanks to DEOXYS speed. Well, to outspeed DEOXYS specifically. So if they're going with like an agility set, that's a little bit problematic, but D-Dance we can kind of handle. Damantan, we have a really good counter in Dredigan. If it tries to fly up Let's U to anything, we just swap into Dredigan. Dredigan will make it give a lot of damage out, and yeah, we also bring Dredigan. So I guess I'm already talking about a team, so I might as well go into our own team. So as I mentioned, I feel like the opponent's team is kind of handleable, and I think one weakness they have is hazards, because their only removal is Dragonite and Savali, and then Donphan. But Donphan is kind of a little bit weak against the team. We have a lot of mons that can hit it really hard, so I feel like we can get around that. And one of the mons that's really good at doing that is DEOXYS Speed. Saturn the DEOXYS Speed with Life Orb, Pressure, Psychic, Focus Blast, Energy Ball, and Spikes. 104 in defense, 252 special attack, 148 in speed with a timid nature. This allows us to outspeed a Scarf Damantan, Scarf Savali, and a +1 Dragonite, and then of course we outspeed anything else naturally. We're running Psychic, Focus Blast, Energy Ball, and Spikes, because Psychic is a really good neutral move to hit a lot of the mons. If they bring in the Weavile, we can literally just kill that with a Focus Blast, like it dies 100% guaranteed. And we have Energy Ball because it actually hits a lot of the mons. It hits that Diancie, it hits Slowbro, it hits Donphan. It hits a potential, I don't know, Savali, rock, ground, whatever. It could be Savali, water maybe. Focus Blast is also a really good combination with Energy Ball, because a lot of the mons that can take the Energy Ball actually doesn't want to take the Focus Blast, being like Registeel, being, a potential Savali, Steel. I was like blanking out. Savali Steel can take the Energy Ball, but can't take the Focus Blast. Now, you could make the argument that I should probably run Ice Beam on this set, and originally I was also a 4 attacks DEOXYS with both Life Orb and Expert Belt. I was like going between those two items, but I opted to go for the Spike route at the last minute, just because I think Spikes are really good in this matchup. And honestly, I might just, if he comes in with a Donphan on us as we have a Spike up, I might just stay in and Energy Ball that thing, because I think any damage, getting rid of Donphan as fast as possible is just really good, because that means the removal they will have is not that great. And as I mentioned, I feel like we have multiple mons that can do a lot of damage to Donphan, so I definitely think we can hazard stack towards the end potentially and just win off that. Next up on the team this week, we have Jupiter, the Galarian Zapdos, Tree Span, Defiant, U-Turn, Acrobatics, Brave Bird, and Close Combat. 32 in HP, 252 in attack, 4 in defense, and 220 in speed with the naive nature. What? No, oh wait, that's a mistake. I was tinkering around with an ancient power build. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, but I opted to go... Wait, why was there ancient power in this build? I don't remember why I was... Oh yeah, the Emolga. Duh, the Emolga. It was for the Emolga, but it doesn't... Like, it doesn't... It's not... We can't do enough. So we're just using acrobatics, brave bird, and close combat with the standard kind of speed build. We're speed creeping the base 95s. Now, the reason we're running acrobatics is because I could see myself in a scenario swap this in on the Donphan to try and get some momentum. Let's see, I think he's gonna Earthquake maybe. I swap this in. If he does end up knockoffing, we then have acrobatics at our disposal instead of brave bird. It does a lot of damage the same way, but we don't take the recalls. They can actually be kind of good in the long run. And having the choice band is not 100% necessary for Grand Zapdos. It's nice, because like close combat choice band actually 2-KOs most mons they have. Like a defensive Dragonite can take it pretty well, like even if you click Brave Bird because of the multi-skill. And a Molga can take it pretty well. But other than that, they have to guess correctly. Like, do we click close combat, they have to go Slowbro. If you click Brave Bird, they have to go Registeel. No matter what, we're getting really good damage every time, and we do more than Slowbro can regenerate if you click Brave Bird. So I'm probably clicking Brave Bird at the beginning in most places, but we'll see when we get into match how it looks. But yeah, Grand Zapdos just here to break, and if you get the hazards up, this just becomes so much better, because if they are DEOXYS, we can potentially swap in on that as well. Next up, we have Venus, the Jolteon with Choice Specs, Quick Feet, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, High Voice, and Heal Bell. With 40 in HP, 252 in Special Attack, and 216 in speed with Timid Nature. So we're running Quick Feet because I don't think Volt Absorb, that's the other, yeah, that's the other, but Volt Absorb is that good in this game. I don't think there's going to be that many electric moves coming our way. If a Emolga comes, that'll be a little bit annoying, because that would be a perfect mon to swap into with our Jolteon. But at the same time, should they be somehow Motor Drive instead of static, then we also kind of get walled by that a little bit. So we'll wall each other, I suppose. But we're running the just double thunder hyper voice moves because it hits everything they have. They don't have a good electric resist outside of Donphan, which of course is immunity. But if Donphan is not specially defensive, it gets 2-KO'd by hyper voice. It's just that easy. It has to be like a Spadef variant, no matter what, to lift the hyper voices. Now we're running emergency heal bill is what I want to call it, because I might stay in with Galarian Zapdos on something I think can potentially pair us with like a Registeel or anything. Like let's say it's Chople Registeel to try and get a pair off, just to get the damage and get rid of that Chople Bear. I feel like that's worth it, because I know we have the emergency heal bell with our Venus the Jolteon. So I'm kind of also, just, you know, a little bit more confident playing with Galarian Zapdos. And also, if it turns out to be static Emolga and it does come, this is also just a safe way to make sure we don't lose our Gyarados way too early in the game. Next up, we have Mercury, the Melmetal with Assault Vest, Iron Fist, Ice Punch, Earthquake, Thunder Punch, and Double Iron Badge. 248 HP, 100 in attack, 116 special defense with Adamant Nature. This guarantees us we can take at least 2 Earth powers from a Mega Diancie after Rocks. And it's just a general... I just realized. It's just a general, like, good Spadef. They don't have that many Spadef mons. It would be like a Silvally potentially. But also, it can provide a decent amount of offensive pressure with the stat distribution we have. Thunder Punch does more than what Slowbro can regenerate. And again, I might stay in on a Slowbro risking like a Soul Burn, because I know I have the Heal Bell and Jolteon. So getting damage early on, let's say we double Iron Bash into a Slowbro. If it's not Rocky Helmet, I'll just Thunder Punch immediately again. The amount of damage we have then done is more than what Slowbro can regenerate, which I think is just to our advantage overall. We have Ice Punch, of course, for Dragonite, Earthquake, because it's like Registeel. Thunder Punch, as I mentioned, for Slowbro, and Double Iron Bash just hits most of other stuff, basically. Next up, we have Neptune, the Mega Blaster, Blastoise, Mega Launcher, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, Water Pulse, Aura Sphere, 248 in HP, 8 in defense, 252 in special attack with the Modest Nature. So this speed tier is very, very interesting, because we cannot outspeed an offensive Dragonite, should they be that. So I just said, you know what? Max HP, max special attack, Modest. This thing does so much damage to the opposing team. They do not have a good counter for this, like, at all. We can do so much damage. Ice Beam like the Dragonite, Water Pulse a lot of the stuff, Dark Pulse, Slowbro, stuff like that. So they just don't swap into us. They have to try and play around us, and they don't have anything that really kills us, because they do not have a Grass type for whatever reason, and their Electric type is a goddamn Emolga. And if Emolga swaps in on this, it's no longer a check to Galarian Zapdos. So Blastoise this week is gonna run wild. I promise you that. And lastly, as I mentioned, we have Apollo, the Dreadigan, Rocky Helmet, Ruffskin, Earthquake, Dragon Tail, Galarian Stealth Rock. 14 HP, 52 in defense, 8 in special defense with the Impulse Nature. just to swap in on like a Demand Hand if it comes, Donphan potentially if it comes. I can also like swap in on a Weavile if we want to get a lot of damage on Weavile. Like Weavile, because Triple Axle and Knockoff are the most common moves it runs. Those are both contact moves, so it will take Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin. And if we are already in, if we don't die, we can glare it potentially. Same principle with Dragonite. If it hits us with a contact move, we'll take a lot of recoil. Same with like, I believe Seismic Toss. Regishield also activates both Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet. So it's just a good way to whittle down some of the physical offensive threats. And I don't need Dredican to stay around that long. Like the Mantam we can beat decently easy, I think. It's good, but because of DEOXYS, we have something that can outspeed it, and Blastoise can also prevent it from just being able to Flablet spam. So yeah, that's the team this week. As always, if you like the builder, make sure to leave a like on the I'm all over the place. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below with your thought of the builder, and subscribe to the channel for future videos. I will now head into the battle, so peace, YouTube. Alright, what's good YouTube, and welcome to SDL Week 5 battle. We are going up against Dillan, coach of the Boston Cyndaquils. I do believe it was you? It was. No Donphan, that's the first thing I noticed, but they brought the Dragonite, the Weavile, the Slowbro, the Registeel, the Salvalia, and the Mega Diancie, so no... no Donphan, that's really interesting. I kind of want to lead... Blastoise, I'm not gonna lie. Blastoise is like really goddamn good. Yeah, let's leave some Blastoise against Registeel. They might try and get rocks up. If they it's a potential 2-KO. I still think I take it. They might Toxic, they might Seismic Toss. That's fine with me. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Mega. Okay, there goes Slowbro. Yeah. What's your switch here then? Orosphere did 23, yeah, so that's not spit F at all. Registeel, go back to Registeel, fine, I'm just getting chipped. That's fine with me. Okay, I mean, all Orosphere again, I guess. Yeet. It's the Toxic, that's fine with me. How much? No Donphan also means Jolting kind of goes in. What the hell? Why does the... Wow, Registeel takes it very well. Let's see. I can Dark Pulse. Expecting Slowbro to come in here. Dark Pulse also is a guaranteed 2 KO here, and I'm gonna Dark Pulse. Yeah, Slowbro. Boom. Yeet. Yeah, no, that was a roll in his favor. We have a 43% chance to kill from full. That's a little bit unfortunate for them, but we got the read correct, and now we do a ton of damage to whatever wants to come in from here. Like Registeel, we killed Diancie, and I still think we live. You know, we easily live any Diancie hit. Question here is if I go for... I think I'm going for Dark Pulse. I'm gonna go for Dark Pulse because if it turns out to be Agility Weakness Policy, we don't want to proc that. Yeah, I'm just going for the Dark Pulse. It's D-Dance. Okay, +1. Do we still take a hit? We are at 64. If it's Outrage, we don't, and I didn't bring my Fairy Swims because it's not that good anyway. But if it's Outrage, I can go what's it called? Melmel. If they're max, well, actually this is max Adamant. I think even if it's Jolly, they could Outrage here. I definitely see that, 100%. Dual Wing Beat doesn't kill us. Oh, Ice Beaming. Okay. It's DD Roost. Okay. It could... It was Weakness Policy. It was the Weakness Policy, okay. I didn't expect Roost, I will say that much. I think Melmel still... So it's Dragon Dance, Roost. One of them has to be Earthquake, right? For Melmel. It's... DD Weakness Policy was... That's interesting, okay. DD weakness. Oh, we might have lost. We might have lost. And then and there, that's insane. I did not expect DD Roost weakness policy. I did. That's okay. That's an odd set. I will say that much. It just Roost. Okay, so he's just gonna try and Toxic Storm me, I guess. Which is like fine, because like at this point, Blastoise isn't worth keeping. Wow, I didn't expect that. Like that was a weird. That's a weird play to me, because it's like, why D-Dance Roost? Like, you have to have Earthquake, right? For Melmetal, like there's no way you don't have Earthquake. I refuse to believe that. Problem is, it's gonna be at 100%, so it guaranteed beats our Melmetal, and I have nothing that outpaces. I don't even think I have anything that actually lives ahead. Is the thing. After Melmetal, because my guess is, yeah, no, I think we lose. I think that's it. I think we just straight up lose. This is insane. This is a weird. Okay, wait, no, it's only +1 speed. DEOXYS outpay. Oh, but I don't have Ice Beam on DEOXYS. Fuck, I don't have Ice Beam on DEOXYS. I don't have Ice Beam on DEOXYS. I mean, I have to bluff it, I think. I don't have Ice Beam on DEOXYS, that's the issue. Actually, is it... Oh, wait. No, if it's extreme speed, then Melmetal walls it, basically. Fuck, not having... I decided not to put Ice Beam on it just because I was like, what's the chance? Like, what's the chance he's gonna run... Like, he's... I was like, I can probably handle it, but I just didn't see DD Roost. You know, it's only +1 speed. I have to remember that. It's +1. It's +3 attack and +3 special attack, but it's only +1 speed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have Ice Beam. That's so annoying. He Roost. He scouts for the face. I mean, hella lucky there. I won't lie. Okay, hella loggy. I'm not gonna, I'm saying way too much. I'm saying way too much because the game is still going on. But I basically just told my opponent by mistake that Deceptos is not Choice Scarf. I basically just told them that, which is really, really bad. Like, that's really bad. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, that was really dumb. I should not have said that. There was no scenario where I ever say that. Because basically what I did, so I told them that it was hella lucky I got the Spidefra. Without the Spidefra, I don't kill there because I don't have Ice Beam. I also told them there was mega risky to stay in because I could very well have Ice Beam because I did originally have Ice Beam instead of Spikes. But I then also said it probably would have been over then and there, which inadvertently tells them that I'm not Choice Scarfed Gyarados. Yeah, okay, that's true. I could have gone. What's it called? So someone else in the chat, which you can't see, but someone else said that what's it called? Dirty Gun would have been able to take a hit because it has to, what's it called? Have Earthquake doesn't kill Dirty Gun, Dual Wing Beat doesn't kill Dirty Gun even at +3, and what's it called? If it doesn't have Earthquake, then Melmetal tanks the hit easily. Okay, I need to get myself back in the game now because okay, so we now know this thing cannot it cannot be Choice Scarf. So I'm like, do I take this damage? My suggestion is this is kind of bulky, right? That's my thoughts. I kind of want to spikes, like get a spike layer up. So I'm like, what's preventing Jolteon from just winning with that up? Weavile. One spike layer up. So let me go to 100. One spike layer up. Oh, okay, if it's heavy duty boots, Weavile, of course, that's the thing. If we can get a layer of spikes and a layer of rocks, or just two spike stacks up, that's really, really good for us. I'm gonna spikes. He does multi-attack. But I mean, I go Gyarados now and just click CZ. Like, Gyarados is really good. I kinda want a U-turn, I'm not gonna lie. Just because I don't want to give him the free Diancie on this. This might have been a mistake. The lock like threw me off, like hard threw me off. I'm gonna click U-turn, expecting they potentially go into Rich Steel, right? They do. The spike, yeah. So you go after leftovers. How much do you have left at that point? Question is, do I go? I kind of want to go Dirty Gun actually and get rocks up. And basically go for the Jolteon endgame now. If they go hard Diancie on the rocks, I'm just clicking Earthquake at that point. So it's a little unfortunate because Earthquake won't kill and move like, but we still have Mil at 100%, so that's fine. I could Dragon Tail here, like face out. Whatever wants to come in. I think I'm gonna do that actually. So take a rocks up on my miss. That's annoying. That's really annoying. That's a bad. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna EQ this time around, thinking they might go Diancie on the Dragon Tail. Okay, yeah, so they have Size Impulse also. Is this just... No, they outpace us. Never mind then. They take a bunch of damage. Problem is now they can potentially set up with like a Diancie, which is really, really bad. But we have Mil. Mil will take any one hit from either Weavile or Diancie, so that's fine. Basically, I just need Diancie should not be able to get speed, and I think Jolteon can win the game. The Silvally is the issue, but we have a Rocks and a Spike layer up. I don't know how, like, what the Silvally is, like, what kind of, like, my guess is it's kind of Spitter bulk because it came in on DEOXYS. That's my guess, right? Oh, he goes to that now. Does he hit? If he hits us with a physical move. Oh, yes. Okay, so he did have defog on this. Okay, that's really annoying. Yeah, that means Jolteon doesn't win this game. That's really bad because that means Jolteon won't win the game. Oh, imagine I go to Zapdos there. He takes a lot of damage here. So, I mean, I can go Zapdos. Like U-turn, it's free. Boom, kill this, go into Melmel. Melmel kill both of these, kills both of these, I think. Choice Band, the low kick does how much to Melmel? 63 to 74. So if he goes hard Weavile here, I might have to swap, I think. I think my speed tiers makes it so... Ooh, he could maybe be adamant saying like if Whimsicott is not a Mon. Main issue here is if I go Gyarados. I really want to go Gyarados, but if he Sword Stance, that's really bad. Basically, I want to go Galarian Zapdos to scout for banned low kick. Basically. That did 15. That is not banded. That is just heavy duty boots. Yeah, so we might die here, but I think that means Melmetal will live. Melmetal will live low kick into power. That's risky. I'll say that much. The triple axles, he hits. Does he hit the last one? And he hits. Okay. How much does Jolteon straight up do to Weavile, actually? We don't kill, but I can go Melmetal. So yeah, Weavile should... Yeah, we do 43. I think we should be able to take any hit Nancy wants to go for. I think on our Melmel. Yeah, a crit is hella infuriating here. But honestly, if he gets it, I'm not gonna be too sad about it because we got the speed F drop on the one attack we needed. We got the speed F drop on the one attack we needed, so I'm not gonna be upset about it. Like if he gets the crit, that's fair. He does. GG. Okay, yeah, so I just told my opponent I wouldn't have been mad for the crit here. Like, I feel like it was kind of justified, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, I think we got hell safe by this death drop, I'm not gonna lie. Well, we kinda... I guess we kinda did, I don't know, there's still Druddigan. I don't know, I'm not gonna be too much about this, but I mean, there's still Druddigan, right? There was, what, +3? I don't believe it has it. Yeah, I literally think it's this showdown set. DD, EQ, dueling, beat roost, which no matter what, he will take damage. Well, I can face him out with Dragon Tail, or I can glare him. And if he's only +1, then after I glare, I can just go Gyarados and Gyarados. If I have any damage on him, which I would have because he would probably hit me with the wing beat, he could maybe just EQ, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was necessarily game over, but it would be one of those where like I would have to be able to cool down because I was definitely being like way too like thinking. I was thinking way too much that I was just gonna lose to the set, to the D-Knight set. I didn't expect DD weakness policy. I expected either DD or I expected agility weakness policy. I didn't expect like a combo of those two because as you saw in the game, like +1 speed didn't help you, like it wouldn't have done anything, which is why I'm a little bit confused about it. Like I'm a little bit confused why exactly you would do it. Cause like the DEOXYS always outspeed, and if I had brought Ice Beam, I would have just killed it then and there at that point. Like I would have just killed it. So I don't know. Like that's why I didn't expect it. But you know, hey, it would have worked out in our opponent's advantage. But we end up with the win. I think after we got like calmed down a little bit, I actually think I played the game very well towards the end. Even scouting for the choice banded Weavile, because if Weavile turns out to be choice band there with low kick and we swap into Gyarados, he has to either stay in and die or swap out, and then we still win. So that was always a win-win play, because if he's not choice band as he was here, the game plays out this way because Melmel can live the 2 hits and only a crit loses the game. And you know, if it's a crit, it's a crit. Yeah. As always, if you like the video, make sure to leave a like on the video, leave a comment below thought of the battle. I thought I played very well towards the end, second half of the game, but first half I definitely panicked a little bit. But yeah, and subscribe to the channel for future videos. And with that, I will head out. So peace, YouTube.